My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to This Song Is Yours, a music podcast where we chat to a new guest each week, talk about their life and creative endeavours, and talk to them about some of the music they love. Our show works by chatting to our guests about music, their songwriting technique, and occasionally getting them to make you a playlist of the songs they love. Welcome to episode 130. I'm your host, Simon Fink. Our guest today is Charley. The Sydney-based pop star is gearing up to compete in Eurovision Australia Decides, and today releases her single, I Suck at Being Lonely. In today's episode, we're speaking with Charley about what Eurovision means to her, writing the song while being heartbroken, and we discuss the brilliance of Maisie Peters. Here we go. Our guest today is an emerging pop singer and songwriter from the Gold Coast. Now based in Sydney, she's currently one of the artists set to compete at Eurovision Australia Decides on February 26th, and today has released her single, I Suck at Being Lonely. Please welcome back to This Song Is Yours, Charley. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. The song just came out today.
Today. It is. Well, you are spot on, Charley. It is very exciting. Today you're releasing a brand new single, I Suck at Being Lonely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It is, as we've just said, it is release day, but I feel like this has maybe like a little bit more, not importance, that's probably incorrect, but this might be a little bit more special of a release as it's your entry for Eurovision 2020 to represent Australia.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't ever expect to be a part of this song contest, and honestly, everything's fallen into place so easily, and it's been the most amazing process so far. I've loved the people. I've loved creating this song, and it's a song that's very, very close to my heart and is still very fresh in my mind. So, yeah.
How did the process of getting involved in Eurovision kind of come about? Because I believe, if I've done my research correctly, I think your family is quite they're big fans of Eurovision.
Yeah, huge fan of Eurovision. Oh my gosh, they have these big, like a big party basically for when Eurovision's on, and they all make food that is basically like last year was Italy, so it's like Italian food, and they've made it towards whatever country it's in. So they love that, and they were so proud of me. And I finally told them that that I'm doing it. I didn't want to tell them for ages because I was like, just in case. I hate letting my family down, even though it's not really letting them down if I didn't get into it. But my label sent off my song, and if I'm correct, they heard this song and they were like, this is sick. And then they heard this song by accident. And then they were like, oh my gosh, this is the song. And then I was like, oh, okay. So we swapped the single releases because I was supposed to be doing another one. And now it's I Suck at Being Lonely, and it's all worked out.
It's kind of all just fallen into place.
Yeah.
When you told the family, what was the reaction, or how did you break it to them?
I messaged everyone in our group chat on Facebook. It's like, guys, I've got some very exciting news. Have a guess. And then they just like had these like random guesses. And then I was like, you guys get together every year for this one occasion. And then they were like, Eurovision. I was like, Eurovision! So, yeah, I just kind of told them all at once and then, yeah.
I still like that they were able to guess it. I feel that it could have, like, possible guesses could have been like a Christmas single, depending on what time you sent the message, what time of the year. So it is
true.
It is very exciting, and it is a gorgeous track. I know we were just kind of discussing before we started recording, but it's an epic track. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
No, of course. Where did I know that you wrote the song with Jim Alexander, who is going to join us today and unfortunately hasn't been able to. How did the song kind of come about, and how did the writing of this song kind of take place?
It was about 3 years ago. I was in LA on a writing trip, and it was one of the worst times of my life because I was just so sad the whole time. I'd just gone through my 4th breakup with this person. It's now been 7 breakups. But at that time, we had done long distance for a couple of years, and this was the first time that I was in his country, and I couldn't reach out to him. I couldn't message him, and I was just so sad. So I got into this session, and I'd only met Jim like once before at this like lunch that APRA held in LA, and then we were like, we should write. So we organized this session, we got into it, and then he's just the type of person that can just draw everything out of me. Like, I look at him and I cry. I'm like I can be my full vulnerable self around him. He's just such a caring, like, emotional human being. So we just started talking about our life, and then I just told him my whole story with this person, and we started we got the piano out, started writing on that, and this song just kind of like fell into place. So the whole day we were just crying, just crying our eyes out, and really just wanted to write the song from how it really felt. Like, I was going home in cabs, drunk from these bars, and I was trying to, get over him, and I would just feel so alone. So that's where the 1,000 cabs without you, like drunken and sad without you. I've tried so many things to get over this person and to try and be okay, and it just hasn't worked. So the song is a very real piece of my heart.
Yeah, of course. It kind of, the emotion in the song does resonate in a way that I feel you can kind of feel that, and it might be the strings, it might be just expertly written and produced as well, but it does kind of have that emotional gut wrench in the song as well.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like in the big section, the bridge, we didn't know what we were going to do for that. So Jim just put the piano there, and he just put me in the booth. Oh, I'm going to cry. It was so emotional. I was just crying the whole time, but I just sung this thing, and I just, it just kind of built and built and built. And that's kind of what it is now. We did it a couple times over, and then Jim shifted it into place. And then we were like, oh, then it just needs to be vocals. It just needs to just grow into this gut-wrenching, I'm freaking hurting type of section. So yeah, it's kind of like a wailing, I hate my life right now section.
I have a lot of respect for artists who can do that. You have left me slightly speechless with that. But I have a lot of respect for artists who can turn that into obviously something good, or you've obviously turned it into a great song. And I know, I guess with Eurovision as well, there are certain requirements that, songs have to be of a certain length. Everything else, if you're okay to talk about it, I think you had an experience that not many people kind of would be able to have, in that when you had to amend the song and kind of fix it, that you then, I'm not sure of the gentleman's name, but you might have had the gentleman who is involved in this heartbreak involved in the editing of the song.
Yeah. It's so weird. Everything's so fresh again with this guy. So I don't know how to speak about it properly, but at that point, we were on great terms, and I was just like, it's such a full circle moment to be able to recreate this song. Well, not recreate. We just wanted to change a couple lines because we had to change the song from 3 minutes 40 down to 3 minutes. And I love his musicality. He's one of my favorite people to work with. So yeah, he kind of helped rearrange a couple of the lyrics in the song, and I wish I hadn't done that. I really wish that, but it is what it is, and yeah.
Hopefully we will get that is it. Hopefully we'll get a director's cut at some point, or the full version at a stage later down the track.
The full 3 minutes 40 version. The 10 minute.
Yeah. The Charley cut, Charley's version.
Charley's version, 10 minutes.
With it being for Eurovision, I think that a lot of people associate, these huge theatrics, huge costumes, just the most out there kind of stuff. How outlandish, how crazy have you kind of been looking at things and wondering what you're going to do if successful to get to Italy?
Oh my gosh. I've got one idea. If I was to go to Italy, I'm not going to say it. I can't say it, but it's a.
This summer, Instacart presents famous summer flavors coming to your front door, or pool, or hotel.
Your grocery delivery has arrived, sir.
That was faster than room service.
No violins in the lobby.
Oh, seriously? Anyway, sit back, relax, and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Starring your favorite snacks, drinks, and more. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Rated H for hungry audiences. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
I think it could be very cool, but for this performance on the Gold Coast, we're keeping it quite simple and really just focusing on the song. I think it being stripped back and is sometimes really special. So I just want to really showcase the song and the meaning behind it.
Yeah, of course. The performance you're referring to is Eurovision Decides, which is in your hometown of the Goldie at, I think it's Feb 28th, the 26th. End of Feb. 26th. Yep. I'm very close, I apologise. With a kind of performance like this, where it is yourself, there's a few other people who are performing and kind of vying for this contest. Have you reached out to anyone? No disrespect to anyone else, I think, and I'll say this on the record, I reckon this is, and I'm not saying it simply because you're here, Charley, that this will be the front runner.
I'm hiding now.
Pish posh to those other contestants. They don't have a chance. For yourself, have you reached out to anyone else or to discuss the kind of process of going through it?
I've been talking to Sheldon, who's doing the Gold Coast one with me. He's incredible. Love him. Love the artists that are in this. Honestly, I think they're all really, really amazing. But the one person who I'm literally obsessed with, her name is Chanel. and she just won Spain, I think. Her performance is like, oh, she's so hot. She just like killed that whole thing. I could definitely see her winning the entire competition, honestly. So love her. I just like all the people who have won, they just have lots of followers. So I'm like, there's no point reaching out. Like if I meet them, then I'll meet them. But it's hard to reach people's DMs. Like maybe they'll see it.
I hadn't even thought of that. I was like referring to like our Australian counterparts, but yeah, have you been keeping a close eye on like who is taking out what in which countries and kind of scoping out like, yeah? Yeah.
Oh my God, I follow all the accounts, like all the Eurovision fan accounts, all the like proper accounts. I'm like I love the show and I love what everyone's done this year as well. So, it's just so much fun. Like I'm not thinking of it as a competition really. I'm just, it's a beautiful process. It's great to be able to perform your own song and that's all, you know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, of course. The, as you mentioned before, the single was meant to be at another stage and then was flipped around. Does that mean that we do have further Charley music coming out in 2022? No,
I've decided to end my career here.
And that was it.
I am done. No, we have a lot of stuff that's coming. I'm very, very excited. And yeah, we have the other track that's all mastered and ready to go. So yeah, everything's a whole work in process, but yep.
That's very, very exciting. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are quite excited to kind of see where this single goes and then what's next for you. Can we expect any kind of live, other than obviously for Eurovision, any kind of live event involving yourself in the next year or so?
Yes. So 3 days ago, I posted my headline show. We didn't record this.
Congratulations.
Before. Yeah, so it's on the 3rd of March. It's my first headline. And it's only in Sydney right now. And I have a show in Canberra, but this headline show is going to be really special. I'm very, very excited. We've been preparing for this for like 2 years because of obviously COVID. We've had to just like pause and then start and then stop. So 3rd of March, Mary's Underground.
Very, very exciting, and we'll make sure we put the link to everything in the show notes for this already announced and not brand new information of the tour.
Yes. This is not pre-recorded.
Have you found any difficulty in, like it has been a really interesting time for artists in 2020 to now, like the last 2 years. Is this the process of being a recording artist and kind of getting to be a songwriter and do what you do? Is this, I guess, what you thought it would be when you entered into it? No.
Oh my God, no. I feel like everything's been very limited because we're not allowed to travel overseas. Oh, now we can. I'm about to do that again. But, you know, I haven't been able to travel overseas. A lot of the people who would be here aren't here. I just feel like there's so much stop and go and stop and go. You can't plan anything. You can't do any shows. So it's all just been a big mess around. But I think it's looking up now. You know, as soon as Sydney starts to stop making live music, then it will be good.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but whatever. You know, it is what it is and we just have to keep going.
Very true. I think it's been a very interesting thing to watch around Australia, just live music be one of the last things to come back, but it's always one of the first things to like help people in a way, like bushfire reliefs or whatever else. It's always something that's relied upon but is getting no support. But we'll whinge about that in another episode, Charley. We're not going to waste your time with that.
Literally. Yeah, that is all. You said it.
Charley, lastly, we would usually ask our guests what they're currently listening to at the moment. What is getting a workout on your record player or Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it may be?
So I made this playlist recently called Breakups Don't Hurt, with a little smiley crying face just there. And I've got 1 hour and 52 minutes of kind of confidence breakup songs. Like, I don't need them. And my favorite one right now is Not Your Friend by Jeremy Zucker.
Oh, yeah.
And Love Him I Don't by Maisie Peters.
That is a very catchy song. That whole album actually by Maisie is, I feel like
unreal.
Is good breakup, not fodder. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah.
It's a great...
I feel like kind of goes with that vibe of like...
I don't need that person. Yeah, literally.
100%.
Like the chorus of that one's like, love him I don't, love him I won't, love him I did for a minute, but I'm finished because I learned. Loving him hurts, loving him don't work, so love him I don't. Like, it's just, she like screams it. Like, I can imagine going to a show and just like, love him I don't, love him I don't. So, very much so love that song.
What is it? Oh my God. I think it's called Pool, another song off Maisie's record.
Pool?
Pool? I'm not going to be able to sing it as well as yourself, but I think it's the one where
we went swimming in
a hotel pool and it was something at school. Now, what is it? Now I'm 15, but I'm 15 and a fool, or whatever.
Her lyrics are so cool.
Her lyrics, just in terms of like heartbreak, yeah, great song. I apologize, you had to hear my singing then, Charley.
That was amazing. You should start your own career or audition for The Voice.
Look, Eurovision 2023, here I come.
I should have said that. I missed a great opportunity.
But for now, Eurovision 2022, it is all, again, I'm not, touch wood, it is all Charley's for the taking. Congratulations on the single. It is fantastic, and we wish you all the best, both at Eurovision Decides and when we see you in Italy. I'm very confident in saying that for Eurovision. Congratulations, Charley.
Oh, thank you. You're a legend.
And that's our show. A massive thank you to Charley for her time. I Suck at Being Lonely is out now, and we've left links in the show notes if you'd like to watch her at Eurovision Australia Decides or buy tickets to her show. We also want to give a huge shout out to Mariam at EMI Australia for helping out with today's interview. If you like this show, please subscribe wherever you get your pods and stay up to date when new episodes are released. We release new shows each Wednesday and Friday morning, and we now have a Patreon, which you can find within the show notes of this episode. You can follow the playlist profile on Spotify, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Until next week, cheers.